Hello everyone, I welcome you into today's chemistry lesson, chemistry for grade 9, or let's say the third book in the middle school. As you know guys, you are this year in your baccalaureate time, so that's why you need to be more focused on your study. Even though the world is going into epidemic disease with the corona, but we have to study and we have to stay positive with these difficult times. Now, the Ministry of Education have made shortcut to your curriculum, يعني قلصت من المنهج مالتكم. So I'll be talking about that within the upcoming time. خلال الأيام القادمة أنا راح أحكي عن أيضا أوضح لكم وين صارت التقليص للمواد في البكالوريا. So let's get started. Now, in the first chapter, we will be talking about the atomic structure for the matter. In this chapter, we will be dealing with the atomic, okay? We will be dealing with the atomic structure of the matter. In the beginning, we will learn how do they have their idea of the atom, how did that perception start, شلون بدت هاي الفكرة تتطور فكرة the idea of atom. شلون وصلوا لها من هم العلماء, and then we're gonna start to deal with some electron configuration, ترتيب الإلكتروني, that you guys dealt with last year, but this year we're gonna be taking it more progressively. Okay, so let's go ahead. Introduction. In the previous study of the chemistry, we have learned that all substance in the universe consists of particles which form the basic unit of the substance. What does he mean by that? Now, the basic unit for all the elements, compound and matter, is something called the atom. In biology, you have the basic unit is actually something called cell. In chemistry, the basic unit for making the matter is something called the atoms. Okay, particles are called atom. In Latin, atom means indivisible. Now, this is an important question. It came in the baccalaureate before. What does atom mean in Latin? Atom means indivisible, غير قابلة للانقسام. Interpretations of atomic structure in the past 2 centuries went through several theories. طور علم الذرة في القرون السابقة من خلال عدة theories, نظريات مختلفة. In this chapter we will show the theory of atomic structures have evolved. راح نشوف شلون تطورت النظريات الذرية. The evolution of concept of the atomic structure. تطور في فكرة الatomic structure. Scientists propose various models to account for the structures of the atom. هم اقترحوا عدة models, نماذج في نماذج اللي هم بوقتها كانوا ما عندهم microscopes, so they can't really see the atom. They didn't have that technology, so they imagine what the atom looked like. Okay, we're gonna start by reviewing them chronologically. Okay, first one is Dalton. Dalton is the first one who talked about the atom. Now his perception of the model is that it's a solid sphere, or like a bowling ball model. Now Dalton idea of a model. What was his idea of a model? What was his perception? He talked about a solid sphere model like a bowling ball. Okay, something like this, a solid sphere like a bowling ball. So when I want to draw the model according to Dalton, I draw it simply like this, just a ball. Okay, actually we call it bowling ball. Okay, so this is Dalton. This is Dalton idea. Okay, this is Dalton perception of the matter. Now Dalton have three. Dalton start at the beginning of the 19th century. Dalton preserved the atom as hard, indivisible sphere. So guys, hard, indivisible sphere. قوية وغير قابلة للانقسام. hard indivisible sphere غير قابلة للانقسام. Each element has a specific kind of atom. Each element have a specific kind of atom. What does he mean by that? In his time he said that كل عنصر إلى atom مختلفة. Okay? Each element has a specific kind of atom. كل عنصر كل element إلى ذرة. These atoms are connected through simple methods form compound atom. يعني بوقته قال إنه الاتومز متصلة ببعضها through simple methods، يعني واسطة وسائل بسيطة. okay؟ طرق بسيطة to form حتى تكون compound atom. compound atom هي شنو هي المركب. okay? compound atom. طبعا it's actually a little bit simplified نظريته، لأنه هي بالحقيقة ما متصلة ب connected through simple method. It's connected through if you remember you studied last year, there is two bonds. It's connected according to two bonds, the ionic bond and the covalent bond. So there's two bonds, it's connected through it. After that we have a Thomson model, but before we start with Thomson model, let's make Dalton model like point. Okay, point number one, he gave his idea at the 19th century. Point number two, he said he described the atoms as hard indivisible sphere. Number three, he said each element have a specific kind of atom, which is definitely wrong. And number four, he said that these atoms connected through simple method to form combined atoms. Okay? يعني بالنسبة إلى الcompound سماه هو combined atom. Okay? After that, I will learn the idea of Thomson. Now, take a look at this. This is Thomson model. Now, we call Thomson model in other countries they call Thomson model is the watermelon, like مثل البطيخة, like the watermelon. By the end of the 19th century, Thomson gave another perception of the atoms. بنهاية القرن ال19 Thomson قدم لنا فكرة جديدة عن الاتوم, since he discovered that the atom consists of smaller particles have negative charge called electron. يعني if they ask you who discovered the electron, هذا سؤال أيضا جاي بالبكالوريا, who discovered the electron, you're gonna say it's Thomson. Okay, so number one, by the 19th century Thomson gave his idea. Number two, he discovered the electron. Number three, in his opinion يعني برأيه, the atom is a positively charged sphere on which يعني الذرة هي عبارة عن positive. okay, الذرة نفسها خلينا نقول الطوبة نفسها موجبة, و on it stick on it a negatively charged electron, متصلة بها طوبات عبارة عن شحنة negative. Okay, so the idea is like this. I mean, when you want to draw it, something like this. Okay, the ball itself, it's positive, and on the positive there is some balls are negative. Okay, this is Thomson model. Okay, so Thomson model is like this one. Okay, it's just like the watermelon. Okay, where these are الحبوب مال الwatermelon. So it's like it's are attached to balance the charge. What do I mean by balance the charge? I mean the positive equal the negative. Okay, that means the atom itself is neutral. Okay, because the positive equal the negative. Okay, this is his idea. Okay, after that we had the idea of Rutherford. But before we start with Rutherford, let's summarize the model of Thomson. Number one, he gave his idea in the end of the 19th century. Number two, he's the one who discovered the electron. Number 3, he said that the atom is a positively charged sphere. Guys, positively charged sphere, okay? Positively charged sphere. On it connected a negatively charged electron are attached. هي متصلة بها to balance the charge. So the atom in that number 4, the atom is actually neutral. Neutral charge. Why? Because proton equal electron. But in his time, the electron were not discovered. After that, I have Rutherford idea. Now, Rutherford came in the 20th century, okay? And he discovered the proton. And after the discovery, of the proton, a positively charged particle, the mass of which is greater than that of the electron. Rutherford introduced his perception that protons are situated in a tiny area at the center of the atom called the nucleus, which contain most of the atom most of the mass of the atom, and that the electrons circle around the nucleus. Therefore, most of the volume of the atom is a void, فراغ, okay? And the number of negative electrons rotate around the nucleus balance the positive charge of the proton. These electrons rotate around the nucleus in various orbits, which with varying distance from the nucleus in case of a planetary rotating around the sun. Therefore, this model is called the planetary astral model.